Okay, we are going live. This is episode 7 of trading meme coins on BullX. I'm going to review the portfolio. You're going to see what I did because I was basically adding some of the stuff out of the stream, well, tweeting everything about the positions on Twitter. So if you are following me on Twitter, you knew about the positions that I added, but they added pretty nicely. Plus the entire market started getting back, which means that the portfolio got back as well. And we're a couple of $1,000s in profit here. So this is pretty good. I'm going to show you what I have, also go one by one through different stuff, the new stuff, the stuff that I have on the watch list. But first of all, of course, let's check whether everything is fine and whether you can see this stream and whether you can communicate. I'm not going to buy any coins right now. Don't have any free soul right now. That's the pure reason for the stuff. But we're going to definitely talk about what I have, and I'm going to keep on adding to some of the stuff. Okay, I think we're fine. So. And hello. So if you have any questions, also let me know in the chat. I can see that right now. I'm just going to post the link also on Twitter so that more people can join. Let's go with that. And let's try to okay, so we're live here. We're going to talk about some of the coins. So first of all, the big news is that actually, if you look at it, then basically BullX announced the airdrop. You can already claim it. If you were trading with me, you are eligible. I got myself 591 BullX tokens. This is for early bird. This is what I claimed. The airdrop pool entirely is 85 million BullX tokens. The token will be on Solana. You have the leaderboard. The way it works is that, of course, the more you trade, the more you get. The volume is here, and the more on top you are, you also get a boost here for your points. So this is pretty cool. This is how it started, and generally speaking, the thing that will happen in this phase is that most of that will go to trading, some of that to sharing with your friends, the link. So if you want to use my link, click on the link down below in the description, and then there is going to be some kind of a secret event. So I think that's pretty cool, and the BullX token is coming. Probably it will be coming this year. Of course, you can claim it, but you can't trade it. The token generation event will happen after all the phases. So after the phase 3, we're currently finished the phase number 1. We're currently in phase 2, and there will be another phase, and then token generation event. So that's pretty cool. Now, going back to the portfolio to see what we have here, $10,000 in different meme coins. Leading the way is lock-in, and we're going to start with that. Of course, lock-in. So my big test is basically on meme coins, and this is something I tweeted as well about on Twitter. Maybe I got back to that tweet because this is pretty cool stuff as well, and I'm going to explain you what I'm trying to do. Is basically this thing. So there was a guy in 2021 cycle that basically managed to track all the different dog coins, all the different INUs, and basically he invested in a lot of them. This is pretty cool because he was very consistent. He has this Excel spreadsheet. He basically added the positions over time, calculated the current worth, calculated the cost. You can see that he spent basically $162,000, and the current worth is $3 million, 400,000. So he basically did something like 20x all in total on the entire stock. Some of those realized gains he already realized some of the gains, so he covered his cost because his realized gains at the point of taking this screenshots was $200,000, and the current profit is 3.5. Of course, in the end, I think it was definitely 7 figures. I'm not sure he took the entire $3 million or less than that because, of course, the market dumped in 2022. But it's a very interesting point that you have this narrative that you're following, and I think this is something that will happen in this market, and this is something I'm trying to copy on a smaller scale here. to keep on adding to different meme coins. And the biggest thesis that I have right now is different culture coins. So culture coins are the coins that are not following a particular animal. Of course, animals will be probably doing pretty well with things like, and I also have a couple of them. So of course, Bonk is an example. With dog with hat, Epic coin that I have here actually. So if we actually go back to the positions, you can see that I have some Epic here for the meme coins based on different animals. But basically what I'm trying to collect here and what I have here is different culture coins, and culture coins are basically based on different either symbols or they're based on certain sayings. And that's why I believe, for example, lock-in is going to be super big, because if you look on TikTok or Instagram, there's a lot of, especially Gen Z, that's saying all the time about locking in, because you have to lock in order, you have to focus in order to really win. And this is what I'm trying to get at here as well. So culture coins are the best thing that I'm trying to get into. And this is what I'm trying to collect as well. Keep on adding positions. Some of these positions already did pretty well. So as I've mentioned, you have lock-in, where I did basically, this is like, I think 3x or 4x here for locking. Then we have this combo of wine and cheese. I have aura. People are talking about aura as well. How much aura, instead of how much Reese or how much charisma you have aura, you have points in this way. So I think that's also another culture coin. Giga is definitely a culture coin. So Giga Chat. Everyone knows it. It's already pretty high. I found it, I found it before, but I didn't get into that. So I got pretty late to the game, but still got a small profit on that. It's currently sitting at $100 million market cap. But if you look at what those coins were sitting at, so this guy started with $1,800 on January 31st. He did the entire year. Basically, some of those coins, and he also noted the adoption date for some of those, when he bought it, what's the current price, and so on. You could also see that most of those coins did a lot of profit, and you can see where's the biggest profit in some of those positions. So for example, he got into Hokkaido Inu, which basically here it's half of his profit is basically coming from this Hokkaido Inu. So crypto and especially meme coins are super fun when it comes to those kind of opportunities, because my portfolio is performing pretty well, but it's pretty stable. So altogether, I think I put something like $8,000 maybe into it, or $9,000. So I did something like 30 to 50%, depending on how you count it. So let's say 40% on average. This is the return, which is still pretty good, because I've been doing that on this particular portfolio. I've been doing for like the past 2 months. So that's an amazing profit altogether. But if you're looking for these crazy gains in crypto, it's very rarely happening out of the randomly jumping into one coin. Of course, you have those stories, you have those guys who manage to get those. There's always someone who's lucky, but this is like basically betting your house on black and counting on the fact that, or maybe on a single number and counting on the fact that you get on the roulette that single number. Sometimes it happens, but most of the time you lose your entire stack. And this is not what we're trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is basically have a portfolio that I can follow over the time, keep on adding positions, and then basically have a couple of winners out of those things. So especially, I don't want to sell too much. Of course, sometimes I'm looking for, on these streams, I'm looking for new coins that are cool and shiny, and maybe I get a hit, but basically I'm trying to sell them after a couple of hours or maybe a couple of days at the maximum. But what I'm trying to get here is that having those coins here on the list, basically I want to keep on adding to them and keep on finding similar coins that I can hold until we reach some point where, for example, Solana will be at, I don't know, $400 or $500 or maybe even higher. So we reach a point where there's definitely a mania and bull market. We're like peak of the bull market, because we are in a bull market definitely right now. This is what I believe in. Again, I should mention, nothing here is financial advice, purely educational purpose. But the goal here is to really find coins that I can hold for a longer time. And this was the goal here with this guy, what he did. So if you look at the entire list, this is basically, let me count quickly, 9, 10, maybe, okay. So at the probably like 40, 50 coins. at a glance. So this is a huge position. I have something like 10, 12 coins right now. So here's still a way to go. And if you look at his profits here, then basically most of the coins are very little in profit, or he even lost on them a lot of money, or like most of it. So for example, here he invested in BNGL, $5,000, and he basically lost $5,000, right? He's most of the money is gone. And you have many such, so Puck token can't sell. Lion 2 put down, goes to zero. So he has tokens that basically went up to zero. Kochi ran away, lost $10,000. So he really put a lot of money into those coins, and he lost quite a lot. And you should be prepared for that game. So I think like we already did that, I think in previous or 2 streams ago. I bought something called QFrog, which was like a rack, and a honeypot. You couldn't sell that, and basically it stays at the minus $73. Of course, that was a small loss altogether. But you have to remember that it's not always wins. And this portfolio, actually, if you look at the previous streams, was actually a little bit on the loss. I kept on adding, but basically I think like I was 20% down from the top, and then suddenly when the market started going up, all of those tokens started moving much faster, because general thesis behind meme coins is that if you have meme coins and there are good meme coins, then basically they will move much faster than the entire market. So if you look at how Solana is moving right now at $150, then basically we had these lows of 128, 125, 126 just a couple of days ago, and then we basically got back at 150. But it's still a way to go to retrieve the highs of $250 from 2021, 2022. There's still a way to go to that. The top was for now close to 190 in the past year. Basically I think it touched 200 for a brief moment. 202 seems to be the maximum, but if you look at the max, then basically you see this 250. Of course, you have to remember that when it comes to the market cap, because you have emissions of new tokens, then basically when it comes to the market cap, it was higher. So we actually reached and topped the all-time high for Solana when it comes to the market cap. So we have to, in order for the price to go much higher than $250, we have to have much higher market cap right now. But this is interesting, and of course, if we continue the bull market, after, for example, ETF for Ethereum starts trading on the 23rd, and then we also see more inflows into Ethereum and the entire ecosystem, then probably Solana will gain a lot, and meme coins will gain even more. So that's my macro thesis number one. And then again, of course, November elections are a huge boost for the market, because people are excited for the change. And the change might be coming, so this might be another big thing for the portfolio. And I'm going to hold most of this stuff until at least I think early November, end of October. I'm going to, of course, evaluate everything. A lot of things can change, but this is the goal with this portfolio, and I'm going to keep on adding new positions as that. So just answering a couple of questions. Is this like copy trading? No, it's not copy trading. I think you can copy trade, or maybe not yet on BullX. You probably cannot copy trade, but you can definitely do what I do if you want to. But again, nothing here is financial advice. This is risky. I'm willing, if anything happens, I'm willing to lose all the capital, or at least some part of it. But you can definitely see what I'm doing and try to do the same. And then basically the question is, what's the initial amount to start with? Well, I started, I think, with $1,000, and I just kept on adding a couple of things, but then I keep on adding stuff. So altogether, the amount I spent was around $8,000 so far, as I've mentioned. So 8,000 up to 10,000 right now. So that's around 20%, 25%. This is what we're having right now. So yeah, for now there's no copy trading on BullX. There are a couple of other bots where you can try copy trading if you want to, but I think like especially with those streams, I would do it directly on BullX because it's much easier. I'm trying to, as I say, if I buy something, I tweet about it or I put it on a stream. So if you follow me on Twitter, or if you follow me on YouTube, you're going to learn everything about what I'm doing. I'm not trying to cover anything here. So this is entirely public portfolio. So definitely recommend watching everything and putting the notifications if you want to stay current. But as I was saying, this is the portfolio that the guy had in 2021. We're trying to imitate that when it comes to culture coins. And first of all, we have those couple of coins already on the list. And my list, the recent addendum was, first of all, we had PSYOP, so this is a pretty new one. There's of course some red flags when it comes to how much the top 10 holders are holding and how much they can dump probably. We're still a little bit in profit. There was probably 2x after I bought, but then it got back to the average price. So 600k. Of course, we're going to see how it will behave. I have more coins on the list of the coins that I'm looking at. So for example, Giga that I've mentioned, but also Billy, which is currently $150 million market cap. I discovered Billy definitely too late. I would be holding it. I think I'm trying not to buy into the coins over $100 million market cap because I think risk to reward ratio is still a little bit off. Trying to find smaller coins. Couple of mil is definitely fine. And in this range, I have Sigma. So I wanted to add more to that position. Haven't added it to the portfolio yet. Maybe I just added a little bit 0.2 on stream to have something and have it in buy it for 0.2 just to have it in the portfolio. But basically Sigma is pretty great narrative, with all this Sigma males coming after alpha males and how Sigma is better than alpha. I think it's pretty cool. I think there's a lot of guys trying to do TikToks right now behind Sigma, and it's still pretty small. So I think what I'm trying to capture here is the move that we did capture with lock-in. So basically, if you look at lock-in, then we were buying at around here I think around $10 million. That was the average buy price. So it went pretty great. Even I think below, everything is on stream, so you can check that. And right now it's at $30 million market cap, and I think it's still not the end because lock-in is such a memetic phrase that people keep on repeating. Another such thing is I have a big profits right now on Super S. Super S is definitely one of my favorites. The team is definitely doing a lot. I mean, there's no team because that was a community takeover. But if you go on the Telegram and you look at what people are memeing, then definitely there's a lot of action behind Super S. Super low market cap with 200k. But there's a lot of community action on Super S right now, and they just keep on doing stuff despite the fact that Super S was lower at 100k or they fluctuate a lot. I think they will be doing pretty well in the end. At least I'm pretty confident in that. Again, not a financial advice here, but Super S is based on this symbol that everyone recognizes, and there are different actions. And people basically still remember that because there was a famous tweet recently by Greg talking about Super S. Maybe we can find it later. But basically, he was mentioning this tweet by, with Donald Trump, and then there was the Super S symbol, and then suddenly people are discovering this new coin. So I think there's definitely a potential here for really cool stuff happening to the coin. So yeah, from the new addendums, I have Cook. So this is for let him cook. Of course, this is the phrase that people are using a lot of on Twitter, but also elsewhere. Let him cook is that cool phrase that goes with lock-in and all those other culture coins. Sigma is also the similar behavior, is that you have to focus, you have to lock in, you have to do all the stuff in order to be successful in life, because the idea behind the culture coin is that either you appeal to nostalgia like Super S, or maybe wine, cheese, and those food coins, but on the other hand you can appeal to generally being successful in life, and this is what Cook, lock-in GigaChat, Sigma, the Aura, they all appeal to the same, that the people want to be successful, and especially there's a lot of different TikToks with like Aura as well, GigaChat, Psyop, Sigma, because in the end, this is the part of the Gen Z culture. And if you try to understand that culture, if you try to go on Instagram and TikTok, you're going to see how they use those different meme coins. Also here, I wanted to mention that I created a meme coin creator guide. I love meme coins. I keep on streaming about them. I keep on using different platforms. I keep on building this portfolio. So I decided that I want to, have this guide on how to launch a meme coin because I keep on seeing different stuff that makes a meme coin successful. So I decided to cover, everything from how to launch a meme coin using no coding tools like Smithy, for example, to how to trade them on BullX, but also how to do marketing. I think this is something that people do not talk enough, which is how to do great marketing for meme coins. From different ads on like Telegram, which is maybe a less obvious place, to contacting different Telegram groups, to working with calls or influencers, to thinking about the memes in general. I think this is a great guide. Keep on adding different stuff. So if you're interested in launching your own meme coin, this is the place for you to be. Now, going back to the portfolio. So right now, my goal is basically to keep on adding to some of the winners, especially things like that are smaller, like wine, Super S, cheese, but also keep on adding to the stuff that I'm underexposed to. So I have definitely too little of Sigma. I probably will keep on adding to Psyop. Epic, I have a lot, but I still think this is a good price because Epic is built by Mando, and he keeps on delivering stuff. He keeps on tweeting about the meme coin. I think that Duck is funny. Definitely a lot of memes on Twitter. I basically have already close to 2K in Epic, and basically I got this in a price that is, close to break even with that. So close to 2K, and I have $26 PNL, which is not much, but it's definitely a good meme coin that I wanted to keep on adding to. Dilly did perform pretty bad. I mean, I lost most of it. It wasn't a huge position, so I wanted to play it as a beta to Billy, but it probably didn't work out. I'm still going to keep it, but I think it went pretty much away. The market cap is currently at 100K. It was I think at around million at one point. On the other hand, Billy, this is the reason why you shouldn't invest in any kind of projects that are derivative of other projects. You should always choose the original meme coin because it's much harder for the secondary to do well. And I think Billy went down a little bit, and then of course Dilly went down the hole. And there's already a lot of competitors to Dilly with similar meme coins that are trying to call it, copy the name Billy, and they invent like Millie, Killy, or whatever else there is. So there are plenty of stuff like that. Answering the question how to find good tokens. So this is something I really like about BullX because you have the audit, and this audit works pretty well. And definitely, so this is not the case for all the coins, but for example here you have the audit. It says 8.8, which means that you still can lose money. The whales can still sell. The price will go down by 70%, but this won't be a rack, meaning that you still will be able to sell at any point. Also, when it comes to selling, it's very easy to put the limit orders. So, for example, if I were to sell at say minus 50%, because for example, you don't want to lose more than, or say 7%. You don't want to lose that more than 6% here, and you're going to sell automatically. This is what you can do at BullX, and then you have this automation here that you can control. Really cool options here with BullX, so really recommend doing that. Regarding different coins, it's really hard with the coins that just started because you never know that whether those coins will be a rack or not. So for example, if you start looking at different coins or on pump.fun with say Pump Vision, you're going to see that plenty of those coins are bought entirely by the insiders, or maybe a developer is holding quite a lot. So for example, let's go to, for example, AfroPepe here. So you have here a couple of cautions because, if you click on the audit, top 10% holders hold 37 tokens, and then if you look at that, then basically you will see that a lot of people, but basically this is the developer holding a lot of tokens or the insiders, and it's quite risky at this point. Of course, once those people will sell out, then it's going to be much better. Also pretty cool stuff. Right now you have developer actually sold, developer bought. You can see that pretty well on pump.fun, so you're going to see quite a lot of action here. You have to remember, however, that, you know, tokens from pump.fun are pretty good when it comes to they are not mintable, they are not freezable, meaning they won't be really racks in the sense that they won't be you always will be able to sell them. This is not something that I did with this Kucoin coin. However, they can still go to zero. This is something that's really hard. Because you won't be able, like the finding non-ruggable coins is one thing, because you can just take anything from pump.fun, it will be fine. But if you want to, you know, find coins that will do good, there's no guarantees. This is what I'm trying to do on this channel with this portfolio. But still, even with that, there's no guarantees. This can all go to zero for different reasons. Probably maybe not to zero, but you can really do like a proper loss. Again, going back to this Excel spreadsheet from this guy from 2021, you can see that basically with some of the coins, he went to basically zero. Like you can't sell, people run away, the team basically got away. And if you look at all those orange coins, all those coins, basically people run away, and he lost some money, even a lot of money, because he lost like thousands of dollars on those coins, and some of them were totally ruggable. So there's no one method. That's why I'm saying that you have to, you know, I keep on adding things to the watch list. I keep on looking at the team, at the community, and keep on adding small positions. You have to be ready to lose a little bit of money in order to win even more. There's no way around it. So this is when it comes to how to find good coins. Now, apart from meme coins, well, I'm not. These streams are basically just about meme coins. To be honest, right now, I'm looking a little bit at AI coins and different L1, L2s. Also, when it comes to airdrops, I was farming, for example, Blast a little bit. I'm looking at Hyperliquid right now. But to be honest, those are a little bit different. I'm trying to stay with the majors. So apart from meme coins, most of my positions are in Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and that's basically it. This is like the most of my portfolio. So I want to be on the safe side because, to be honest, like the attention of people is limited. We're still not in a kind of like a mania period of the bull market, and you have to be careful because that attention can't go to every sector. So that's why I'm not going after RWA or gaming or Depin. I mean, I did all the summaries of different sectors. Even on this YouTube channel, you can see me talking about like top 10 Deepin projects, but I'm trying to be careful right now with adding positions because I can't monitor everything. So I'm trying right now to focus on meme coins and maybe look a little bit into AI coins as well, because I think they might be in the end in a good space for adding positions because they like went down, but still, when you look at the macro, AI is definitely in a great place and definitely will keep on growing. I'm a huge believer in AI, and I'm like in a real life, apart from meme coins, I'm doing a lot of AI when it comes to enterprises, when it comes to like proper machine learning and stuff. But I'm not really into AI coins for now, because I think most of them are still more into meme coin category, which means that the technology doesn't work well. They have issues with basing things. And of course, it doesn't mean that they can't go to like a super heights like Tau or Tensor Tau, but this is not what I'm after. So I prefer to have like pure meme coins that, you know, are very honest about what they are about. And I think I understand them better than trying to catch those AI coins, even though my background is in AI and this is what I do, because I don't really understand many of those, why those AI coins are going up, because I think like most of the technology is not there yet. I think they're going definitely in a good direction. I'm looking at those projects, but not adding any active positions right now. So this is basically the answer to the thing. And of course, yeah, Pepe, Brett, Andy, So when it comes to the Mat4e narratives, this is a really great narrative, but it depends really how many coins you can have. So definitely, well, Pepe is definitely the biggest winner. So I have also Pepe on one of the exchanges, and I'm a huge believer of Pepe. So that's a pretty cool spot. I'm just holding spot on Pepe. So when it comes to non-Solana meme coins, I have Pepe and I have Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, 10 Inu. The ticker is Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin for people. This one I really love, and those are the two meme coins that I have outside of Solana. But pretty much all the action right now that I'm doing is purely on Solana, and those are meme coins on Solana. So this is the general answer. But I think, yeah, Pepe is definitely a good bet, and Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu is a good bet as well. But I have to focus down because otherwise it's going to be much more difficult. And I think the more positions you have, the harder it gets. Yeah, so definitely BullX is very good for finding new coins. This is what I did in the previous streams. You can basically go to, first of all, you can go to pump.fun. This is one of the things where you can find new creations. And of course, sometimes you can find a really good meme, but not always. There's a lot of stuff happening here. You can do different filters if you want to. For example, here I have tokens that might be interesting, but maybe let's say I want to go just with moonshot tokens and see what's happening here. So this is based on another platform, but let me try this. So I'm going to have those tokens here as well. You can also limit that by, for example, 10 top holders being great, or like at least one social. And if you apply that, then you see that there's not that many of the tokens appearing, which is also pretty cool stuff. So this is one place to discover tokens. Also, I like new pairs. You can look at what's happening here, but the best tool here on the BullX platform is going with exploring. So you can look at a couple of tokens. So first of all, you have trending tokens, and you can go after trending in the last 1 minute, 5 minutes, 1 hour. And basically I'd look at the statistics. So for example, I would look at the tokens that are trending and, for example, are safe to buy. This is, for example, something that might be interesting. Of course, it doesn't mean that it's safe. Again, this is only the audit that it's automated, but it's definitely looking good, with the top holders looking good, with things that this is not freezable, you can sell it. So it shouldn't be a rack. Of course, it can be a soft rack, so people will sell after some time, but this is how you can discover the new token. So this is, for example, pretty early, even though it's like already at $1 million market cap, but you can try looking that on Twitter, and do research from that. So definitely explore is a great option. For example, I would look at Kumer here, another coins. This one seems to have a Twitter where you can go. Market cap is pretty low. This is coming from pump.fun, which is also a good sign, which means that this is a safe token to buy. You have Kumer here. So this is based on a meme that if it's appealing to you, this might be a shot. So I would definitely look at the explore option here on BullX. This is one thing. Also, if you want to add to, this is for the super new tokens. If you want to see other tokens, you can go with gainers and losers. Many tokens that lost quite a lot of money, but also things that might be interesting because of that. So for example, Kumer lost here, but still is trending. Those tokens are already a little bit older. You can, for example, go with 24 hours to see the tokens that lost quite a bit, but still, for example, filter only the, for example, the one that are safe. So you go here with LP burned, top holders, one social, and here go with apply, and suddenly you get the most of the safe tokens that you will be able to buy and sell, which is super cool. So for example, you have here a token which is trending, well, got a big dump, but actually a super small one. So probably this is left over if anyone wants to have a look at it, but yeah, super small. So there's probably no community in that. So we keep on looking, but basically this is how you look for the tokens. I basically did that in previous streams, looking for new tokens, buying them. You have all those filters here that you can make buying and selling, for example, much easier on BullX. And I really like it because it's really easy to explore. And of course, other thing is going on Twitter and trying to find what people are buying and selling. So going with different tickers and then going back to BullX and trying to analyze the tickers here. So okay, this is slowly going to the end of the memecoin stream. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to probably also mention once again that you have the airdrop going. Well, there's an airdrop going. The phase number 1. So if you were trading already, you are eligible to claim it. You can't trade it yet, but it will be tradable after token generation event. But if you haven't traded, it's a good point to join BullX and start trading, start buying meme coins, start selling meme coins. The more volume you have, the more airdrop you get in the end. There will be phase 2, so that's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think and what tickers also you're looking at, because I think there's always some good ideas in the chat or on Twitter. So if you have any cool ideas, let me know in the comments. And of course, you have the link down below in the comments also for using BullX if you want to have 10% of the fees. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and see you.